Hello there, dear viewer. Hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, or night. This is my quick video on manuals, where to get manuals in the early part of the game, as well as manuals to look out for in your playthrough, and how I like to build my character towards legendary martial arts. Timestamps down below, and thank you for watching. So for early game, fist, blade, saber, sword, staff, and spear, you can just go to any dojo keeper within any of the cities and you will find that he has one of each kind of weapon type manual in blue. If you're looking for pen or fan manuals, if you come to Dialing Cities School and you open up this guy's menu here and go to the bottom, once you have closeness, you can start learning 2 pen and 2 fan manuals. Now for all musical weapons, if you're looking for more manuals, if you go to the sweet shop in Dailang City, you will find one of every musical weapon type manual. If you go to Linan as well, and go to the sweet shop there will also be more manuals that you can buy there also. Hey guys, now I'm going to just talk about martial arts, how to build them, which martial arts you should be learning, how I should be progressing martial arts, how do they work, etc. So martial arts sort of work like materia from Final Fantasy VII. They're like magic special moves that you can equip to your character that give you stats as well as passives, etc. As well as proficiency and all these other things. You have externals and internals. Externals are your moves that you do in combat, and your internals are like an active passive that you have on, but you only can have one internal active at any one time. To switch internals, you have to toggle on to another one. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to build internals. First off, getting up to 9 provinces, which is one of the best internals in the game, is generally very sought after in nightmare runs and even freedom mode. And this is, without a doubt, one of the best manuals that you can get in the game. How to get it is a bit of a spoiler. All I can say is just progress the old man path and then you can get 9 provinces. You can even leave post getting 9 provinces, but it's a little bit further into your run. I wouldn't suggest waiting for it. Anyway, as you can see, I have quite a lot of manuals here, but the ones that you're going to want to look out for in every run is 1. Revitlization. One of the best manuals in the game. So we're reading this. It says requirement max MP 100. Every internal has a requirement of MP to be able to begin learning it. So if I want to equip 9 provinces, which is all the way up here, I've got all these as you can see, I need 800 base MP. So the way to get MP, right, is I have to equip lower level internals to sort of build my way up, build my MP up, so that I can just equip 9 provinces, learn it, and then I can forget all the other ones building up to it, unless they have stats that I'd like. As you can see here, max level stats. Max level MP increases 100, max level HP increases 100, defense 100, medical 28, knowledge 20. These are stats that are ingrained in the martial arts, so whilst you have them learned, they will always be equipped to your character and they will enhance your character. So I need a lot of blue ones so that I can get up to purple and then to orange and then to red, which we'll not really touch on red. But so breathing technique. This is another manual that you can get very early on in the start of the game. The way that you get it is by recruiting the doctor. After each action, recovers 10% MP. There's not any real good internals for learning recovering MP all the way up to orange. So this is a good one to get on most of your characters because they'll be running out of MP quite early if they don't have good internals anyway. So you can just switch between this and Revitalization. And the way this works is that if you have your passives in like Wind Tree or Fire Tree, you can take 2 actions per turn, and that will proc both Revitalization or Breathing technique per turn. And if you have Regenerative Body, you can double these regeneration effects on your main MC, but also on your companions. It still works really well for keeping them alive or generally doing something. Now, other than that, there's no other standout internal manuals for me. If you're struggling still to hit the MP for a purple, just keep learning other blue level internals. Ox Power is a good one. You can just get it from stealing from the smith at the start of the game. And that should get you up to the MP that you need so that you can start learning purples. So, purples to look out for. One of them is Longevity Technique. The way to get this is by kowtowing at the statue in Chiu Chang with a pillow beneath your knees. If you're looking for a guide on how to do that, I have one. It says Best Weapon, Best Internal, How to Get It Guide, and How to Max Out Luck. Longevity is just basically an upgraded version of Revitalization, which is great because Revitalization is fantastic and a very good manual in general. And as you can see, it needs 500 MP, so you need 500 MP to get there. But after that, you've got one of the best manuals in the game. And generally, I go from Revitalization to Longevity, and until I can get 9 provinces, for some reason I might not have access to 9 provinces, I'll be using Longevity until that point. Now, there is one other one I want to point out. Yuffie Secret Manual. Now, this one isn't actually fantastic in terms of what it does, but it's the same requirement as Longevity, but it gives 300 MP, which is generally enough to get you up to the orange internal manuals, otherwise known as 9 provinces. To get the Yuffie Secret Manual, that's part of the DLC. You need to progress G's storyline. However, if you're not able to, if you don't have the DLC and you can't get this, I would just suggest finding other purple internals and just learning them. There'll be a lot within the game. Just play it and you'll find them. But you're looking for ones that will give you enough MP to get you up to 9 provinces, which we'll get into. And I'll explain why 9 provinces is very good. Yeah, so 9 provinces. This is the ultimate internal. It's like part of the main storyline, etc. It's very, very important in the plot, and also I think there's only one NPC that uses it, and it's the strongest guy in the game. So why is 9 provinces so good? Let's read it. After each action, recover 20% of your own damaged HP and MP, and reduce the effects of poisoned, internal injury, bleeding, and blinded by 10 points. So that's you recovering 20% of your health. With regenerative body, that's 40% of your health every time you take an action, and all these effects just don't mean shit anymore. This is why 9 provinces is one of the most busted manuals that you get in the game, and big contender for So I've not got this open, but here at the Steles here. Let's go in here. Here you can store orange manuals between games, and these are where 9 provinces is going to end up every playthrough, and you're going to be gunning for the homeland so that you can get 9 provinces as soon as possible. Anyway, let's go into externals. Let's go into externals to talk about. Now, I'm going just to explain how externals work. So as you go down here, you can see I've got fist, sword, blade, long, short, musical down here. These are my proficiency stats. Instead of MP, externals go off of your proficiency stats rather than your MP. So if we go look at like one of the best manuals in the game, People's Palm, right? So People's Palm is another thing like 9 provinces. It even mentions 9 provinces in its effect right down there if you can see it. So requirement, any external skill value 70. So just like the internals where it says I need 800 MP to equip this, I need a base skill value of 70. And that's because People's Palm isn't restricted to weapons. So regardless of what weapon that you're using, you can learn People's Palm. So Skybreaker Sword, that just says sword there. So that's weapon restricted to only sword. So I would need specifically 70 sword to learn this. Autumn Wind Palm technique. So if we look at the stats that is given here, it says fist increases 12, sword increases 12, blade increases 12, long increases 12, short increases 12, musical increases 12. These are the stats that we get from equipping this external manual. So that gives 12 value to my base external value. So that works towards the requirements of my external. So the way that I like to build my externals, sort of the same. I use a lot of old man externals. So if you don't know what I mean by old man externals, the old man sect that you can join in the first 2 days of the game, that guy teaches you some of the best manuals in the game. Why are they the best manuals in the game? As you can see, it increases your external proficiency value with all stats instead of one. So, and the way that it works is like the skill values actually work towards damage resistance. Even if you're not using that weapon type, it will help you with damage resistance. And when you're learning those skill values on your main character, sometimes musical comes up and dialogue options. And by learning all of the old man manuals, you'll learn all your skills up to a certain value, and you'll always be like hitting those caps for those like the skill gates that you need to hit. So I like to learn Autumn Wind Palm, and he also teaches I think it's Bittersweet Joy or something. As you can see, there's quite a lot here. Bitter Joy Finger Technique, this is another one that he likes to teach you. And FrostFall Fist Technique, also another one he likes to teach you. And you can learn these 3 and leave, but you can also wait until you learn 9 provinces and then also leave, which is also good. But I think you have to actually complete the storyline to learn People's Palm, which is one of the best externals that you can get in the game. It's one of the ones that, as I said, you're going to be putting on your Stel, and then you're going to be learning it in every new game plus that you're playing in. And it's going to be a keepsake. So 9 provinces, People's Palm. You just want to be using these every single playthrough and building towards them. That is how to build manuals in the game. As for specific build synergies between the manuals and such like that, I would just start to read them. There are guides out there. I might cover some of them. There's one manual that I'm not covering, which is Infinity. I don't actually have a save file with Infinity right now, but I will go into Infinity in my guide to get Infinity. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful on learning how to build your character, what you should be looking at when you're learning manuals, what learning manuals does. If you're looking for like how manuals XP works, you need to equip learning the manual, and when you earn XP, that will also go towards that. So it's 1-to-1 for XP gain and learning a manual. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope this has been helpful. Before I forget, I'm just going to mention consumable books. You can use these to increase your external values in the game. You can also use traits, but I find them not worth it. As you can see, if you just get the externals that I've mentioned and use them, you'll be able to get up to gold and red very easily. But if you want to use these manuals, you need to make sure that your external value is in the sweet spot. See, it says here 150 to 200. So it needs to be less than 200 or greater than 150. Unless your external value is in this sweet spot, you won't be able to use these manuals. And that also means like eventually, like the blue ones won't even be able to be used. Your blue one, you need to be exactly between 5 and 100 to use these. So make sure to be wary of what your external value is at that current moment in time, and what you need to do to get to that sweet spot if you need to forget a martial art to use these. Though I wouldn't actually go out my way. I don't think this stuff kind of as important. I never really tend to use it, but it's there if you want to, and this is how you use it.